What up, everyone? So, we got one of my favorite boxes here, Marvel Collector Corps. This one is always very exciting to get because, just like the Smuggler's Bounty, it's 100% exclusive. Everything in here is exclusive to the box, and they partnered with Funko to make this, so it's very exciting. And this one is Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'm also a big fan of. So it's going to be really cool to, one, not just see some new things we've never seen before, but also to have exclusive items. So let's take a look at what we got. Box came a little damaged, but I'm sure everything in there is okay. So I'm guessing right on top we got our standard patch and pin, which we do. They freaking glue these on here so hard. Hold on. Alright. So it looks like we got Rocket and Groot. So Rocket on the patch, Groot on the pins. Light hitting it. There we go. Yeah, so nice. Perfect little partnership there. Who doesn't love some Rocket and Groot? Very nicely done. So it looks like they went the classic comic style of artwork. Alright, and then I'm guessing we have a shirt right on top. Pretty standard. So, oh, versus the comic. That's funny. That's so adorable. So we got Guardians of the Galaxy comic here, and we got a little Christmas issue with Rocket and Groot on the front. That's very cute. I like that. So this is #1, and it's just a variant cover. The Guardians of Infinity. So this is I'm guessing that's the new team of Guardians of the Galaxy. I saw some things at Comic-Con. I'm sure a lot of you know that the new Guardians team is a little different than the standard one. I'm pretty sure this is the Guardians of Infinity. I could be wrong, but that's the one where it has the Thing and Venom and a few other different characters, which looks really cool. So I kind of hope this is it because that team looked pretty badass. But I really like the cover nonetheless. We see the artist, Butcher. Haven't heard of him. That's cool. Love that comic. I'll have to give that a read. Next. No shirt. That's odd. Something different. Okay. I was just about to say you can know just what to expect with them, but I guess not. And then we got a scarf. So I'm guessing this is also Christmas theme and Guardians of the Galaxy theme. So we got the little silhouettes of all the Guardians there. We got Groot. We got Rocket, Star-Lord, Gamora, and Drax. And then it says Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh. And then on the back side, we got a really long potted Groot. So scarves are not super useful. I'm here in California, so we don't wear scarves super often. It's not really a common thing, but it's still really cool. I still like that. I like that they do something a little different because we were getting shirts every single time, so I'm glad they're actually mixing it up. That kind of keeps it pretty cool and interesting. Next, something we also haven't seen before. Now, I've seen these a lot in Hot Topic. These are basically they're mugs, but they're bigger, so they're kind of like soup cup mugs. You know what that is, so let's take them out and look at the actual size of it. Get out of there, come on. So yeah, this is a pretty big mug, and it's just the ceramic style where it's painted and then fired. It's got a nice glaze on it, and it's of Star-Lord's head. So I've seen these pretty recently in Hot Topic and places like that. So this one is obviously exclusive Star-Lord mug. So again, I'm glad that they're changing it up a little bit. For the longest time, they did the exact same thing. Let's see what our last item is. This one came a little bit damaged. Oh, so we got, this just says Bobblers. So these are vinyl bobbleheads, but they kind of just look like the pop figure, but these are just Rocket and Groot Bobblers. I don't know how these are different from the normal pop figures. Let's take a look. I guess it's because they're ornaments. Yeah, there's some little thread on top there which makes them ornaments. They're not exactly like the pop figures. They're a little bit different shape, but they look pretty much the same. So they're Christmas themed because Rocket and Groot have little bows there. But yeah, they just look like little pop figures, and they're little ornaments. So that's cool. And obviously they're bobbleheads because all the Marvel collectibles have to be bobbleheads. So yeah, so that was all the items in the box. So something a little bit different from what we normally get, which is more than welcome from a box like this. So we'll take a short break, then we'll come back, then we'll talk about some value of these items, and then give it a rating. See you soon. Alright, we're back. So let's go back through these items and give it some value. Starting off with the comic. The cover is exclusive, the comic's not. I was actually wrong about what I thought was in there. I think I was thinking of Guardians 3000. Guardians of Infinity is the Guardians of the Galaxy through the generations kind of teaming up for one adventure. But either way, comics that we get in this box, the covers are the only things that are exclusive about it. And this is the one thing that really doesn't have much resale value to it because so many people get the same comic book and a lot of people sell it online. So this is going to go for right around $8, and that's pretty common. More than it costs because comics usually cost $4 or $5, so it marks up a little bit because it's exclusive, but really not much resale value on it. But so this is more just to have and collect and read for that sake. So still a cool comic, and I'm glad they're bagging and boarding them now, and I really like the cover. I think that's really cool. I shall keep that one. Next, our mug. So this actually, the problem with Marvel Collector Corps, and a problem that a lot of boxes are seeing, is that they're all getting so popular and they're putting out so many boxes. When they used to do exclusive items, it was really cool because there weren't that many of them out there, so they became very rare and very expensive, so there was a high resale market for it. But now, Marvel and Funko are both so well known that this box is probably one of the most popular boxes out there. So every time they put an item in there, even though it's exclusive and you can only get it in the box, there are about 1 million people out there that are getting it. So now 1 million people have that one item, and probably half of them are going to try and sell it. So that actually brings down the value of a lot of these, almost lower than its retail value, which is kind of a bummer, but you know, that's just something that comes with the territory. So the more popular they get, the less value there is to the items in the box. So there's this constant paradox that's happening with like Marvel Collector Corps, it's happening with Loot Crate, happening with Nerd Block. The more popular they get, the less popular the items are, ironically. But anyway, this mug, in stores, it's usually like $12 to $15, but like I said, because so many people have it and so many people are selling it, the value on this is only going to be about $10 or $12. You could very easily find it online for around that price, even after shipping. So that's going to get a value of about $10 to $12. It's still a really cool item. I really like it, but that's not far off from what it would cost in the store. So this is one of the cases where exclusivity does not increase the value pretty much at all. So 10 to 12 on that. Next, our scarf. Very nice scarf, very well done, well knitted. I really like it, but not super practical. So same thing as before. So this is very cool, but so many people don't even have a use for these because there's so many parts of the country that just don't get that cold. Like here in California, like it gets cold out, but we don't really need scarves. So pretty much everyone here like would only keep this for collector's sake and probably wouldn't need it. So a lot of people are selling it. So again, this one's only going to get about $12, which is a shame. It's a shame to see the prices go down because so many people want to sell it. But because if this were in a store, then I could easily see this going for like $20 because scarves are pretty hard to make. They're not like t-shirts where you can just print on there. It actually has to be stitched in there, so it's a completely different process. So these can get pretty pricey, but the value of this is pretty much what it would cost, and that's going to be about $12. So, you know, still decent. I still really like it. I'm glad it's in there. And I'm glad that they're opening up the possibility for new things. Not that they were doing bad before, per se, but it's just cool that you don't know exactly what's coming every time now. So that's good. Then, our Bobblers, which are pretty much pop figures, but they're calling them Bobblers for Christmas, I guess. My box came very damaged, and I'm not sure how it got damaged, because it's packed in there pretty well. So I'm guessing it got damaged when it was inserted. It caught a corner there and like lifted up, so I'm guessing that's how it was. Not a big enough deal to the point where I'm going to contact customer service and go through that hassle, because that has happened with a lot of people I've talked to. They get damaged items and they do get them replaced, but it's a huge hassle and you have to kind of chase them down and they take a long time to respond. So I don't like that. You guys know me. I really hate dealing with customer service and I've had bad experiences, so not worth it to me. I'll just move on with my life. But anyway, I do like these figures though. I will keep them and maybe hang them up as ornaments. It seems kind of weird to have them as ornaments though because they're bobbleheads and they're hanging by their heads. So it seems kind of redundant to have a bobblehead ornament, but it's what they have to do for Marvel figures. They can't make them and not make them bobblehead due to licensing agreements. Anyway, those go for about $12 online. And, you know, that's probably what they'd sell for in store as well. I'd see them going for like 10 to 12 in store. Something around that would probably be for the size and shape that they are. But online, about the same, about $12. So again, another case of exclusivity not increasing the value, but at least it's getting what it's worth. And then the last items are patch and pin. I always group these two together. They're always around the same price, but it actually varies a little bit depending on which characters are on there. Because if they're lame characters, then obviously the resale value goes down because no one wants them. But these are very popular characters, Rocket and Groot, and they go together very well. So it increases it a little bit, but still only about $7 or $8 for the pair of them. So yeah, that's reasonable. That's probably market value for something standard like that. So the trend we're seeing here is this box is the value is just getting lower and lower and lower because although it is exclusive and it's great, all the prices here are pretty much what they would be at market value. They're pretty much the same price they would be even if they weren't exclusive. So the word exclusive kind of is starting to lose meaning now. Everyone uses it all the time, all the items in their boxes. Everyone uses the word exclusive, and it's kind of just starting to lose meaning because it's been used so much. And here's the perfect example of items that do not increase in value at all, and ironically, some of them actually dip in value a little bit due to their exclusivity. So ironically, that's something that's happening. It's something I predicted a long time ago. I kind of said that this was going to happen, and it's going to keep happening. So we still appreciate that it's exclusive stuff. So the good thing about it is you're not getting duplicates because this is the only spot you can get them. So that's good, but the bad news is you're not getting like tremendous value. So for people that would buy these boxes to try and make a profit, you're not going to be able to do that anymore because you're really not going to get much more than you paid for trying to resell this stuff. So good luck trying to do that. But anyway, the value on this box on the low end is $49, on the high end $52. So right around a $50 value. So not quite double anymore. And since we saw the very first box, the values have been dropping steadily. So it's getting down pretty low. The first box had almost triple, and then less, and now we're below double. And I think it's going to get a little bit lower than that and kind of level off. Still good value though, still worth the price, but not as amazing, fantastic as it once was. At least they picked a popular franchise like Guardians of the Galaxy. And the next one is Deadpool, which I'm so excited about and really surprised about, honestly, because they're releasing it the same month as the movie, even though it's not a Marvel movie anymore. It's technically owned by Fox, which is very surprising. So Marvel still technically owns the rights, but they sold the movie rights to it. So I'm just very shocked that they're promoting a movie that's not theirs. It kind of goes against everything they've done in the past. So I'm pretty shocked about that. So it's still owned by Marvel technically, so maybe they're going to see profits through some kind of something else, or maybe just profits through the box. But I'm really psyched that it's going to be Deadpool because so many companies have done Deadpool boxes and they've all sucked. They've all been absolutely terrible. I've not gotten one good Deadpool box yet, but you can count on Marvel and Funko to do something really great with that. So I'm excited to see where they go. So overall, I'm going to give this box a 7.75 out of 10. You got pretty good value, you got decent value, you got new stuff because it is exclusive, and you got things that you don't see every day. I like that they're trying to mix it up a little bit because the first like 3 boxes we got a shirt, a comic, and then 2 pop figures or 2 Funko collectibles, and then that was it. So at least they're changing it up. I don't know if people are going to love this too much because, like I said, scarves are not super practical, so I don't think everyone's going to love the scarf. I think most people would have preferred a t-shirt. I'm fine with it. I don't mind it, but I think most people would have preferred a shirt, so that's why it's going to get a little bit lower rating because technically now this doesn't appeal to everyone. So it's cool that they're trying new things, but it doesn't always work out, so it can kind of go either way. But you guys will have to let me know what you thought. Whether you like the items, whether you like something a little bit different because you're getting tired of the same thing, or whether you like the old thing and they really didn't need to change it. So you guys let me know what you thought. This has been Marvel Collector Core, 7.75 out of 10. Talk to you guys in the comments. Love you all. Peace.